Hello everyone, today we will be talking about standardization and problems related to it. Although most people, especially people who live near a tourist destination or travel a lot, some people still don't know what the term standardization means. Tourists often look for facilities in an unfamiliar environment. Therefore, the locals change the culture just to satisfy their desire, resulting in the resident country losing the cultural standard. In other words, standardization is the process by which one culture's experiences, values, and ideas are disseminated throughout the world through various means. Standardization can be seen everywhere in tourist destinations. For example, this replica of the Statue of the Liberty and the Hollow sign in Sapa. Have you ever traveled or studied abroad? I bet everyone did. No matter where you go, you might notice that every place has something that is the same as your hometown. Here are two main reasons why it happens. Firstly, for tourist purpose. Tourists often catch a glimpse of something familiar in a different country, so by adopting those cultures, it will attract a huge amount of tourists. Secondly, social media. People are now easily prone to Western trends, styles on the internet. We can easily catch people dressing in many different styles on Chinese walking street. Time change, the market change. That's why standardization occurs.
Culture is the art evaluated to a set of beliefs. It is the image, recognition, and spirit of that country. However, those wonderful values are now being standardized, and if this continues, the original cultures will one day completely disappear. Standardization seems to be not important, but it holds a crucial position in each country. Here comes our group will give out some negative and positive consequences of standardization. Firstly, we will go through the negative impact. Standardization creates a danger in cultural homogenization, thus this makes many countries lose their uniqueness and diversity. The cultures will soon die down and the world will no longer have any colors. Furthermore, some westernized cultures are not suitable to apply. For example, in Vietnam, the Elsa statue on Phan Xipang, it is clearly seen as inappropriate and goes against the original culture. Standardization could make some countries prone to dangerous organization, which is culturally inappropriate, destroying the image of their countries. There is an organization in Vietnam called the Angels of God, disseminated wrong information about Vietnamese Buddhists, creating a bad influence and image on Vietnam. Cultural globalization is no mean of one-way street. During the globalization process, it will provide a better understanding of foreign values, attitude. Also, people will learn how to respect other cultures, therefore creating less stereotypes and fewer misconceptions. By learning about each other's cultures, they will have a wider view of what to improve, what to upgrade. Likewise, in Vietnam, children are started to learn English since they were little kids. Standardization is such a great opportunity to grow, not just benefit the local economy by raising the reputation and more tourists will come, but also enhance the lives of the locals. In the US, they adopted loads of great things from other cultures and other traditions like Chinese Thai cuisine. Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, two business leaders from the US and North Korea, worked together to find a cooperation against COVID-19. Vietnam's culture has long historical traditions with many diverse customs. It has suffered from many ups and downs, wars. After a long period of hard time, Vietnam has now become a modern, dynamic country but still remains and deposits many values. Due to the rich culture of Vietnam, by standardization, Vietnam might have a chance to grow and attract a wider range of tourists to come and visit. This not just raises Vietnam's reputation but also boosts its economic growth, improving local people's life, such as the cable car in Da Nang, Ban Hills. In order to satisfy tourists, Vietnamese people try to cope up with foreign trends but are not up to par, making poor product and service quality, as well as shortage of national cultural brands have failed to enrich people's spiritual life and nurture morality against the original culture, such as the Elsa Tower on Phan Xipang Mountain, monster statue in Da Lat. Also, many ethnic minority groups are now losing their cultural traits, especially in art types, or some old job is now taken for granted.
In some countries like the US or UK, they consider standardization as a chance to upgrade themselves or a bridge to merge two different cultures together. In the UK, many musicians, songwriters learn the rhythms, melody, and inspiration from the Asian music to compose a song, also creating a chance for people all over the world to cherish extra the festivals like the Black Friday, the Brazilian carnivals, Tate. In some countries like South Africa or Asia, the culture of a people is their identity as it affords them due recognition. It is their underlying distinguished factor from other peoples and cultures. Nevertheless, there are no two cultures, which means that they think the standardization is not a good idea. Even though there are many complaints about how weird the food of Japan or Korea is, they still don't change it, and that decision is what brings out the tourists and what makes them diversity. According to the UNESCO, it is said that the world is still not on track to attain sustainable development because of the large impact of COVID-19. So, trying to change the culture just makes the situation worse, and it seems to be not the world's priority. After researching and finding information about standardization, we discovered new knowledge about this topic. Despite that, we still believe that each country has its own culture and that is what makes our world diverse. We shouldn't want to follow some trends just to satisfy tourists temporarily and lose the real value. Therefore, people should try to solve this alarming problem through actions such as promoting the cultures, like using the social media platform.
The locals will have many solutions to solve this problem as they can promote the culture through social media, festivals, or events to attract tourists. Secondly, people may set up services that provide real, non-commercialized services that provide experience to tourists about the culture. In addition, assisting local people to sell real traditional items in the markets is one of many ways to preserve the culture.
In order to make our video more reliable, we have gathered some information from Ms. Nguyen, an institution study researcher expert of cultural industry.
Theo cô thì việc tiêu chuẩn hóa nó mang lại một lợi ích hay là tác hại đến với nền văn hóa và cũng như là nền du lịch Việt Nam ạ?
Nếu như mà họ mà làm được tiêu chuẩn hóa trong cái vấn đề nơi ăn chỗ ở cho khách này, về cái chất lượng của cái nhân viên phục vụ này, để làm sao đem lại cái sự thoải mái nhất cho cái người khách, thì cô nghĩ trong cái trường hợp đấy thì nó cũng không có cái gì là xấu ở đây cả, là không tốt ở đây cả. Tuy nhiên thì mặt thứ hai, ví dụ như là liên quan đến văn hóa chẳng hạn, cũng có thể là cái nếu như mà mình làm một cái khung, một cái tiêu chuẩn cho một cái hoạt động biểu diễn ấy, thí dụ như thế chẳng hạn, thì cái hoạt động biểu diễn đấy nó phải đáp ứng được cái khung, cái tiêu chuẩn chung của cái mà mình gọi là tiêu chuẩn hóa đấy, thì cũng có thể là vô tình nó sẽ làm giảm đi những cái sự đa dạng về cái văn hóa địa phương đi chăng? Có thể là như thế. Ví dụ như là khi mà các cháu đi du lịch ở cái vùng đồng bằng, ở các thành phố lớn thì cái vấn đề về tiêu chuẩn hóa đấy thì có vẻ như nó cũng chỉ tạo ra cái sự thuận tiện trong cái cách quản lý thôi của cái hoạt động du lịch thôi, thì nó cũng không có vấn đề gì lắm. Nhưng nếu như mà cái tiêu chuẩn hóa đấy mà sử dụng trong những cái loại hình du lịch cộng đồng chẳng hạn, hoặc là du lịch ở bên miền núi, dân tộc thiểu số chẳng hạn, thì cô nghĩ rằng có thể nó cũng sẽ ảnh hưởng đến cái sự đa dạng của văn hóa địa phương. Tuy nhiên thì theo như cô hiểu ấy, thì nếu như mà cô là một vị khách mà mong muốn cái khám phá cái sự đa dạng văn hóa, mong muốn mà hiểu sâu hơn về cái đời sống văn hóa của địa phương, thì cái việc tiêu chuẩn hóa đấy cản trở cái mong muốn đấy, cản trở cô thực hiện.
Có những gợi ý, những giải pháp nào nhằm cải thiện vấn đề này ở Việt Nam?
Và cái hay của Việt Nam mình đối với các nước khác ở trong khu vực thì đó chính là cái sự đa dạng về văn hóa. Nếu như mà mình phát huy được cái sự đa dạng này, mình giới thiệu, mình đem cái sự đa dạng này mà giới thiệu đối với lại các cái du khách mà đến với Việt Nam, thì cô tin là nó hay hơn, nó sẽ độc đáo hơn và nó sẽ hấp dẫn hơn đối với lại các du khách. Và với cái suy nghĩ đấy thì cô nghĩ rằng là đa dạng hóa thì nó cũng có những cái tốt, tức là nó giúp cho cái việc quản lý các cái hoạt động du lịch nó trở nên bài bản hơn, nó trở nên gọi là thống nhất hơn. Cái mức độ mà tiêu chuẩn hóa thì có lẽ là cũng không nên là áp dụng đối với lại tất cả các cái ở trong cái ngành du lịch, mà người ta nên chọn lọc làm xem là cái nào nên tiêu chuẩn hóa.
Although standardization can create more opportunities for firms to grow, cultures to merge, it should be restrained so that it would not bring immense negative impacts to the society like increased trial labor, growing gaps between rich and poor, and most importantly, cultural deterioration. We hope that through this video you have learned more about what standardization is, why it happens, what consequences does it bring, and through it we hope that you can have your own view on the problem. Standardization is a problem that can bring significant consequences, yet without the public's attention, standardization will continue to be a problem and the world will be no longer diversity anymore. It will lose its own color.